What's up everybody, it's Conger Live. We're back again with another TMNT Mutant Madness video. In today's video, we're going to look at the heroes that are upcoming on the Power Mutation next week. We will still get the heads up on this every week, so I'll continue to do this at least for the rest of the season, and we'll see how things go from there. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more TMNT Mutant Madness content. Don't forget to ninja kick that like button. Leave a comment down below, and let's get into it. Okay, here on the official Discord, we have the announcement. The first hero on 100% Power Boost in Dimension Clash is Donatello. We also got Mona Lisa. And finally, Baxter. So it looks like we got the Smarty Pants group. Some of the more intelligent characters. Let's go into the game and take a look at their kits. Okay, here we are in the hero box, and the first one we're going to look at is Donatello.
Donatello does machines.
Donatello's been a great support, trickster support throughout this entire game for the most part. So definitely going to suggest using him. His Omni gadget selects a tile, target all enemies within range 1 of it, deal energy damage, inflict negative 30 armor and negative 30 barrier for 10 seconds. Inflict negative 30 extra armor to targets above 30 armor, and do the same for barrier. Target all allies in the area, give defense and plus 30 barrier for 7 seconds. So very, very versatile skill. The AI prioritizes the enemy, but if you want to make sure that your friendlies get that defense and barrier, then you'll want to play on manual with him, but overall this is a great skill. His first auto skill, Bow Smash, target an enemy at range 1, deal physical damage, inflict negative 40 armor and strength for 8 seconds. Gain defense and gain extra defense per enemy under 0 armor. Pretty sweet. He's got some damage whilst having some survivability. His first passive, Thorough Analysis. Whenever an enemy within range 2 uses a skill, give 3 armor and barrier and 10% resistance to stun for 5 seconds to all allies if not stunned or silenced. Gain 3 alertness for 5 seconds. So giving, even though it's only 10%, it's whenever an enemy uses a skill. So that can stack. If all the enemies, and he's within range 2 of them, are using their skills, that stacks up to 30, 40, 50% resistance to stun. So very, very helpful there, plus a little bit of armor and barrier, keeping them more survivable, and his alertness giving him a little bit extra defense. His other passive integrated systems, after an ally attacks, inflict negative 1 armor and barrier for 8 seconds to the target if the attacker is above 30 armor or barrier, and give defense to the attacker if the target is under negative 30 or armor or barrier. So there's the window where between negative 30 and 30 that this skill doesn't do anything, but if the enemy has too much, it's going to help mitigate it, and then if you're doing a good job of reducing all that, then it's going to help your heroes stay alive. So pretty cool. I kind of wish there was a level break point so that no matter what, something was happening, but still great for his kit. It really helps balance the playing field. And his second auto skill, Tune-Up, targets the closest other ally, so not himself, obviously, and then gives defense, 10 alertness, and 30 barrier and focus for 10 seconds. Gives extra defense and 20 alertness for 10 seconds to stunned, silenced, or disarmed allies. So if the ally is experiencing this detriment, stun, silence, or disarm, gives them some extra defense and some alertness to help keep them alive. Really, really cool. Great trickster support. Definitely going to say using him. Finally, we want to take a look at his bow staff equipment skill. After being attacked, gain 6 armor for 5 seconds, if not stunned or disarmed. So just helps him survive a little bit more against physical attackers. Next up, we have Mona Lisa.
I almost didn't make it.
Have we met?
Mona Lisa is the lizard lady. Her special volatile mix, she selects a tile, targets all enemies within range 1 of that tile, deals energy damage, target all allies within range 1 of that tile, give defense and 60 haste and 10 will for 4 seconds. give extra defense to targets that are stunned, rooted, slowed, or taking damage over time. So her and Donatello do a lot of similar things. So together, we're going to have a lot of crazy survivability happening. I'm really excited to see what this week holds for us with these two. Her enhancing mix, the first auto skill, she targets another ally at range 3, gives defense and 40 strength and focus for 8 seconds. So she's primarily a support, so she's definitely going to help support the team a lot with her kit. Her first passive, Expanded Studies, gain 25 haste per other ally above 25 haste, gain 10 strength and focus per other ally above 10 strength or focus. When attacking, target all enemies within range 1 of the target and deal energy damage. So she's able to have some splash damage on her basic, and she's really helping herself to stay boosted if her friends are boosted. Really, really cool. Her second passive, Fortifying Formula, at the start of combat, give defense, 36 armor and barrier, and 30% resistance to stun, root, and slow to all allies for 12 seconds. So it's a nice big boost for the first 12 seconds of the fight. Very, very useful to make sure that you get a good start in these battles. Her second auto skill, Obscuring Mix, she targets all allies at range 1, give defense, target all enemies at range 1, inflict negative defense, and negative 150 alertness for 4 seconds. If you can get her to 250, target all allies at range 1, give 50 barrier for 9 seconds to targets under 30 barrier. So this is really going to help survivability if you can take her to 250, especially against the blaster heroes, which she's a blaster, and Baxter, who's coming up, is also a blaster. So and people will probably be using Irma. So I think that if you can get her to 250, it's really going to help you in surviving some of the barrage of this next week. Her equipment skill is one of the most unique, really cool equipment skills. Her utility belt, you know who wears a utility belt? Batman. So, but so does Mona Lisa. All allies at range 2 get 18 strength and focus. All allies at range 2 who are stunned, rooted, or slowed, who are taking damage over time, get 18 alertness. So she's always giving something, and if they're having that detriment, they get that alertness, helps them get more defense and stay alive. So really cool stuff with Mona Lisa. And last, and maybe least, we have Baxter the Fly.
Oh boy, am I gonna have fun!
Baxter's special energy coil, he selects an enemy, he deals energy damage, inflicts damage over 4 seconds, and negative 50 strength, disarm, and root for 4 seconds. Really, really detrimental on his special. And he deals extra damage and inflicts stun for 4 seconds to targets under 20 barrier. So since we have some ways of reducing barrier, and we can maybe get some more ways in there, although there is also ways of gaining barrier with the other two heroes, we might be able to see some stun coming from Baxter, and we definitely want to see that. His Fly Swarm targets a tile at range 4, and all enemies within range 1 of it, inflicts damage over 6 seconds. He does a decent amount of damage over time, and negative 40 strength for 6 seconds. Inflicts extra damage over time for over 6 seconds, and negative 60 extra strength to stunned, rooted, or slowed targets. So this is going to combo with his own skills, but also if you can get some other stuns, roots, or slows going on, you're going to get some extra damage out, and also reduce the amount of damage the enemies can put on you. His first passive, Field Research, he gains 20 alertness if not stunned. After an enemy uses a skill, gains defense and 1 focus for 10 seconds if alertness is at or above 10. So we need that alertness up so we can get that bonus. Have survivability. Gain extra defense and 2 extra focus for 10 seconds if the user is above 20 focus or will. So the thing about this is they need to be above, at or above 10 alertness and above 20 or focus will for him to really gain all that extra bonus. Otherwise, he just gains alertness. So keep that in mind. Lord of the Flies inflict negative 50 alertness and strength to all enemies taking damage over time. Awesome. Inflict negative 50 haste and negative 25 will to all enemies taking damage over time. I think that his 225 skill is going to be very, very useful because that stuff is more important than alertness and strength. Haste and will are very powerful skills, so I think you're going to want the 225 skill to really nerf your enemies with his damage over time skills. And his second auto skill, Fly Away, target an enemy at range 1 and all enemies within range 1 of them. Inflict damage over 6 seconds and negative 40 strength for 6 seconds. Move up to range 3 away from enemies. So nice little AoE and get the heck out of there. At 250, targets an enemy at range 1, inflicts slow for 6 seconds. So not the most amazing 250 skill, only that this slow will help trigger some of those other things, but I think you can get those other triggers from other parts. So I'm not recommending 250, but 225 definitely if you want to use Baxter this week. And last but not least, his equipment skill, his Coil Blaster, gain 45 focus. That's great. Going to give him some more damage output. And at the start of combat, inflict disarm and root for 2 seconds to the closest enemy. So not a long time, this disarm and root for 2 seconds, but once again helping to get a quick start on the battle. Okay, so with these 3 heroes, Donatello, Mona Lisa, Baxter, who are you going to use this week? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Who do you think would be best paired with these tunes to really get the most out of it? Let me know what you think also in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to ninja kick the like button and subscribe for more TMNT Mutant Madness content. Let's game smarter. We'll see you in the next video.